Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you're having an amazing day. We're going to take a quick look at CRV. And just before we do, we usually look at Bitcoin, but I can summarize really quick. It's stuck between 47 and 48,500, keeps jumping up and down. So kind of creating this ripple effect that can impact a lot of coins. Right now, we're seeing a retracement from some coins that were trying to take off today based on the fact that we had like a 3% correction in 1 hour. So those things tend to influence coins like this, of course, because they're not they're not separate completely from Bitcoin, if that makes any sense. They're fairly synonymous on its success. So as long as we get some sideways action, a little less peaks and valleys, some higher highs and higher lows from Bitcoin, we'll be just fine to see CRV continue to take off. Now, if you're new to the channel, not a financial advisor, I just love teaching people how to trade. This is my full-time job. I do this every day for a living, and I trade consistently. I share my trades with my community members, link in the description below for that. I'm also rolling out the Trading Academy so you can become a better, more well-rounded trader with instructional videos from start to finish covering everything you need to know. Okay, so check that out in your own time. Open enrollment is tomorrow. We currently do not have any slots available left for this month. Now, taking a look at CRV, here's kind of what's going on. First of all, we've got the moving averages, the price is above that. So that's fantastic. We love to see that. That does essentially work as a support level. So if the price does come down to 440, for example, we'll see the price likely bounce off of that. Now we got to bounce more so effectively off of $4.80, which is excellent because a lot of other coins kind of retrace much further when we see 3 strong, nice, solid recovery days here for CRV. So I really like that kind of pattern. We're looking very good. We had a healthy continuation. And if we look at TD sequential too, we can see we hit a 9, got a nice little reset here, and we're back down to a 1. So that's perfect. It means we basically got 9 to potentially 11, somewhere 9 to 12 days left of bullish continuation, at least that potential, right? Not to say it will happen specifically that way, but the fact that we got a reset is really important for TD sequential, gave us that comment cooling off period, because everything that goes up has to come back down, right? You do not want a parabolic increase. That doesn't do anyone any good because it'll just retrace 60, 70, 80% of the way. This is a nice, healthy, higher high and higher low pattern, as you can see forming on the 1-day chart. So ultimately, our next high would want to be higher than $6.08 so we can get that to continue that trend, okay? I think we're going to hit that, though. I think it's very, very much likely. So we look at RSI. We got bounce off of 50 on the RSI, trending up closer to 60. All good things there. And instead of a bearish divergence, we got a nice bounce here, essentially, and allowing it to still be considered to be a bullish convergence, so to speak. So all good stuff there from CRV on the 1-day. Take a look at the 4-hour. We're back up over the 50-day simple moving average, worked as a tentative resistance. That's excellent. 200 is trailing behind. We're going to bounce off of 50 on the RSI. The price does come back down. But what's cool is 50 on the RSI is very much synonymous with 50 on the moving average. So that should hold the price action higher. I don't think we're going to see a dip below 50 on the RSI, allowing us to establish that as a support level, but also understand this is more of a bullish momentous trend. All right, we're on the right side of the tracks, and that's why I try to teach everybody in my community to help you understand that, hey, try not to chase the bottom. Why not wait for confirmation and move with the trend instead of trying to find, the best case scenario? There's no true bottom, there's no true top. You'll rarely get a scenario where you buy the bottom and buy the top, right? But for the most part, it's just one of those things where you just got to kind of be realistic with yourself, and that best thing to do is to get in when the current's moving with the trend, not against it. The trend is your friend, right? That's why they say that. So anyways, we had a convergence on the MACD roughly yesterday. In fact, what time was that? That was at 1 a.m. So we're just going to mark that really quick so you can kind of see what that looks like on the cloud on the 1 hour, right? Because I like to teach this here as well. When you have a MACD convergence in the 4-hour chart, which is reflected right here now, that is essentially a case in point where you want to consider taking a long position. Okay, so CRV is basically exuding a lot of good qualities here where we should see the price continue upwards. So it's really awesome stuff there in that sense, just based on the 4-hour chart. We got the larger time frame, the macro is looking also very, very good. We got that reset on TD sequential. We're above all the moving averages. So we really got nothing here giving us bearish divergence. We bounced off a nice key level support, so we're looking very good. And now let's go ahead and take a look at the Ichimoku cloud. We can see, there we are, right there. About 2 hours later, we get basically an indication of a buy signal from the cloud. Okay, and you see once it breaks above, it essentially works as a potential support level, holding the price action higher. That's awesome, exactly what we want to see. So it's doing what it's supposed to. And now if we can get a bounce off of $5.35, we'll be in really, really good shape here from CRV. Now, the only potential area of concern here, again, it depends on if the price continues to go higher or not, is that Ichimoku Cloud is telling us that, yes, we still have a buy signal, but if this lagging span intersects with the price action, in other words, the price just kind of stays dead for a little while and then continues upwards, we will get that sell signal here to kind of, consider removing or trimming our position. Now, you don't have to do that. Don't get me wrong. It's not a guarantee either. The price could very well continue upwards or even go down. There's no reason for it to go down, so I think it'll continue up. It's just a matter of the fact that, if the price consolidates for longer than we're expecting and we kind of lose that momentum, then the cloud is basically telling us, hey, you want to maybe consider taking some profits before the price turns around on you. It doesn't take into consideration all the other things we just looked at though, right? So having known that, we've checked the boxes on a majority of all the things that are probable and beneficial for the price to continue upwards, not downwards, right? So that being said, I would feel comfortable taking a position right now for CRV based on that simple sentiment alone. We've got green check marks across the board for the cloud. We've got a MACD convergence on 4 hour, and we're above all the moving averages in the 1 day. Those are things that factor in and pretty much tell us that we're in good shape, right? Okay, so again, just something to consider, of course. One last thing we want to maybe take a look at would be TD sequential and see if we got, did we hit a 9 here recently? We did hit a 9, and we got a reset to a 2, now back down to a 4. So there is potential of 5 more hours worth of bearish divergence. So just keep that in mind. You take a position now, don't have a tight stop loss. The key here is that this next low is not any lower than this right here, okay? Because that would establish, higher low patterns and give us the next higher high effectively because of that. Okay, so I think it's just a matter of time here before CRV continues to progress upwards. Definitely looking very, very good. And I think big picture long term, we're in good shape here. In fact, let's go ahead and take a look at that so you know roughly what we could see as potential here. Because when you look at this here, for example, from its lowest point, which was on December 15th, roughly 2 weeks ago, it increased upwards of 85%. I recognize that the last 5 days it kind of retraced and came back, giving us a better buying opportunity, right? But in that 2 week period, roughly, right, just a little less, we saw 85% increase. Now to see that same amount of increase, right, the same distance, if not even further, we should see another 55% increase approximately, upwards of $9.48. I think that the likelihood of that's pretty high. And once again, that could happen in the next 2 weeks. Me being a little more conservative and realistic, the likelihood of that happening, I think, is lower than it is higher. In other words, we'll see that target, I think, in the $9 range. I think that's realistic, but I'm more so speculating 1 or 2 months. And the reason why is because I'm more conservative, right? I don't like to see parabolic increases. In fact, this little increase right here is almost too significant. It made perfect sense why it came back down. We see that again from CRV, but we want to make sure that it has healthy continuation, nice staircase patterns, right? And this does have decent patterns, right? We see that up and over, up and over. So we can continue the price to continue up and over. We'll be in good shape to see it progress upwards along these steps here. That's the great thing about Fibonacci retracement levels. They're kind of like stepping stones, right? It helps you understand where it's going to go next. And 948 is potential within the next 2 weeks, but I think more probable in the next 1 to 2 months. Okay, so this is a healthy, awesome, I would say really good consideration for a swing trade. Day trading, you might want to be a little bit more careful, of course, but swing trading, absolutely a check mark on that one. So yeah, we got double, triple, quadruple rainbows going on here, and it's just really cool. So all in all, good stuff here from CRV. I hope that you found benefit and learned a thing or two here today. If you find benefit and you need more, I have a trading community, a really awesome group of folks there, over 400 plus members, and we're growing consistently day by day. And we do have open enrollment starting tomorrow, basically January 1st, 2022. So just note that I have a trading academy I'm going to roll out with next month as well, with in-depth videos on how to become a better trader, and I think it's something you might benefit from. If so, go ahead and comment below, and more importantly, maybe just reach out to me directly. I do have I primarily use Telegram for communication, so at CryptoCache Tech is a good way to reach me. All that stuff's down below if you need to go ahead and contact me alternatively. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks so much for your time. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.